I think above all, the British working class in the Midlands and the north of England voted for the Union Jack, for an idea of Britishness. They recognised in Boris Johnson, even though he's in inverted commas a toff, his one-line zingers, it's all very English, they kind of understand that. And actually Jeremy Corbyn was alien. He was, you know, what you heard on doorsteps was he's a Marxist, he's a terrorist. I know there were some estates all around those smaller towns in the north of England where Labour voters wouldn't actually allow Labour canvassers on the housing estate because they didn't want to be canvassed by a representative of a terrorist organisation. I mean, you know, this is big. So I don't, you know, and then I think there was an impatience about Brexit. People did want to get Brexit done, and there was an impatience about the last 3.5 years. I'm not sure that this country is as leave as this vote, the way Boris Johnson is interpreting it. I think it still is a Remain country. I think
there was a naivety from the Labour message that we can throw money at just about everything. I mean, it was like Monopoly at one stage, every single day. Don't get me wrong, the Tories had done their fair share.
Yeah.
But they were throwing money around like confetti after a decade of what's been called austerity. Some of us would argue we still run a deficit, so it's not quite as austere as in some ways. But the point of the matter is that there was a naivety that they thought people would just get suckered in by all this free money.
You're absolutely right. It was fantastical. The amount of public spending was fantastical. And what they were doing, of course, was they were kind of doubling down on what they did in 2017. That worked. They thought if they doubled up, they'd do it again. But actually, it was, and people understood that it was kind of, you know, a money tree, and that was a certain fecklessness about it, and trying to buy my vote. And that on top of this sense of let's get this done, let's move on. And Johnson, let's be fair, you know, I mean, people say he's a salesman, people say he's shallow. I think those things. I also think he's untrustworthy, but he read the mood of the country better than the Labour Party and the Liberal Democrats. He got that right. He did have a fair win with the press behind him, all of that. But if you're on the Liberal left in Britain, that's part of the weather. You know, you have a Tory press.
It didn't hurt Tony Blair for
exactly.
For 3 elections.
It didn't hurt. So, you know, here we are, where, you know, in '83, which was the last time the Labour Party did as badly as this, it took 14 years.
I think it's 35 the last time they did as badly as this, actually.
It was at 35. Well, okay. But since the war, anyway, look, I mean, it's going to, you know, it's going to be very difficult for the Labour Party to get back from this. We're facing one term, certainly, obviously, but maybe even 2 terms of Tory government. The big question now is Boris Johnson going to be a one-nation Tory? Is he going to drive his party to the right? What kind of ideology does he have? How is Britain going to be governed? Is he going to kind of go softly, go for a softer Brexit? He doesn't need to. He can ignore the European Research Group now. I mean, he doesn't need them. He and his cabinet can run the party and the government as they choose. If they decide to have a softer Brexit, they can do it. And another big feature of this election: don't leave your party. Every single person who left their party lost a seat overnight. I mean, you know, whether you're Shaka Imama, whether you're Anna Soubry, you're out. You know, so the message to everybody is some
that stuck around, like Carolyn Flint, lost her seat in the Don Valley as well.
Yeah, she lost her seat. I mean, you know, you stick close to your party. And so, you know, party loyalty is going to be a bigger deal. There's going to be a battle royal in the Labour Party. And the other big lesson of the night is Scotland.
Just very briefly, Labour back to the centre?
Oh, yeah, no question. There's no question. The only way the Labour Party can challenge for government in Britain is if it sits with a kind of slightly more left maybe than Tony Blair, but from that position. That is the only way.
Who's your tip for leader of the Labour Party?
Keir Starmer.
Keir Starmer, very quiet during the campaign. Was he quieted by the leadership?
Absolutely, he was kept out of sight.
Yeah.
This was McDonnell's campaign. This was Carrie Murphy's campaign. She's an advisor to Jeremy Corbyn's
campaign.
Seamus Mill's campaign, and above all, Jeremy Corbyn's campaign. They lost it. They lost it fair and square. The party is looking at. I mean, this could actually be terminal for the Labour Party if it doesn't get it right. If they go into another election with a similar kind of programme and lose as big as this, it's over and out for the Labour Party.
Hi, I'm Joanna Bersecci, and thank you for watching. You can check out more of our videos by clicking on the boxes on the screen. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more from CNBC International. Thank you for watching.